Okay, so to reiterate, you can see that the blue line is not through the tug and the other line is. Okay, one of the things I also do, you can see he's standing. I move around a lot behind him and he watches me. But once we hook him to the cart, he's got to be bomb proof. So I get him used to me moving around. I drop things. I twirl my ropes around. Let's see if I can do that one-handed. So one of the things I'll do is I'll flip the rope around both ways. So he learns to just stand. I move around him a lot. Sometimes you have to get off the cart. It's not advisable, but sometimes you need to get off the cart and move around and fix something and then get back on. So he's got to be okay with that. I have an open bridle on him right now because I want him to see everything that I'm doing. The first time I hook him, I'm not sure if I'm going to go to blinders or not. Normally with a spooky horse, I like to have them open, believe it or not, so that they can see everything. With a lazy horse, I'll put the blinders on. We'll see what happens with that. So we work a lot on that. Okay. The reason I keep one rope out of the tug, I don't know if I can do this one-handed. So if he were to spook and bolt forward, so let's see now, let's walk on, Minion, walk on. If he were, so let's just say he spooked and ran forward, I could immediately turn him into the lunge circle. Okay, and even if he was galloping 100 miles an hour, he'd be going around me in a circle. So I wouldn't have to be yanking on his mouth or his nose. Right now, those lines are hooked to the halter. He's wearing the bridle because we're going to start working on mouth. But right at this moment, it's only hooked to the halter. But if something were to go wrong, I could pull him around in a circle around me. So I'm going to try something else here. Let's see. Hang on a second. Hang on. Had to get my lines organized. All right, so now we're going to show the walk-trot transitions. Walk on, Minion, walk on. And trot, trot, trot. So that turquoise rope behind his back end there, that's going to mimic the breeching. He's getting used to that. Keep moving, buddy. There you go. Good boy. And walk. There we go. And hoop, hoop, hoop. Good pony. Good pony. Ho, ho. So now I'm going to walk back around behind him. Again, I'm trying to do this with one hand. So I'm crawling my hand up the turquoise rope. Hoop, hoop, hoop. You got to stand, bubs. Hoop. Now we're going to start, ho, ho, hoop. Now we're going to start practicing circling with the inside rein through the tug. So now it's a little different pull on the halter. My outside rein is still loose, not in the tug, just in case. So we're going to go. All right. Let's go, bubs. Okay. So now we're working on, so I'm going to pull a little bit, steer him in, and then release. A little bit. Come on, buddy. I know it's confusing. Confusing. He's like, I'm not sure what you want me to do. There we go. So now we start working on this. For right now, when I'm filming and I have those phone in my hand, I'm just going to do it at a walk. But we did start doing it at a trot also. And eventually we'll have both lines through the tugs. So this is where we're at right now. And hoop. He's getting pretty good voice command. I think, Matilda, I think you put a lot of voice command on him, so that's been a big help. Big, big, big help. No, don't turn to me, buddy. So again, we're working on... There we go. Stand. Stand. Ho. So ho and stand are going to be big, big voice commands. And like I said, I do a lot of walking around him. So you try to be real consistent, real specific with your voice commands. And I always say his name first before I'm going to ask him to move. So that will start to alert him too. So I would go like, Minion, walk on. There we go. Come on. So we're working on that. I say his name. I verbalize, walk on. And then I chirp to him if I have to. So he thinks we're going to go. There we go. Good boy. Good boy. And this is all kind of part of the training too, because even though he's a little bit confused because I'm steering him with one hand, so the pull on the reins isn't exactly the same, but he's starting to think things through and not just get, he doesn't understand, so then get upset about things. He's starting to think it through. And ho. And stand. Good pony. All right. Okay, so now we have started line driving to the bit. Now the lines are hooked to the bit. I have them both run through the tugs. And then I have my third line, the blue one here, that's hooked to the halter. Again, if I got into a tangle, I can let go of his mouth and pull with the blue line and pull him into a circle. So let's see if we can just demonstrate that. Minion, walk on. Getting really good at that. So right now we're working on left-hand turns. Okay. Come on, you're all right. So I can't believe he steers even as good as he does with just one hand. So now, of course, I have the cameras in my right hand, but if something were to spook him, I would immediately throw the turquoise rope and the outside blue rope. I would immediately throw the turquoise rope into my right hand with the blue rope, and then this blue rope that's hooked to his halter, I would have in my left hand, and I would be able to turn him immediately. Come on, buddy. Immediately into a circle around me, hooked to the halter. So I would not be pulling and stuff on his mouth. So you always have a little safety outlet. And I like being able to do this by myself. See, I can spend as long as I need to line driving without having two people on third lines whining and complaining, when are we gonna hook? This is too much walking, my feet hurt. I can do all this line driving by myself. I only need help when it comes time to actually hook to the cart. And ho. My gosh, he's gonna have a mouth like butter, Matilda. I hope you have really, really super light, butter soft hands. Okay, so this is another one. I wanted to show you this real quick. This is a little trick that I do with my horses. I get them used to the ropes all over them. I don't know if I can do this. So you really need 3 hands. Okay. So I teach them this. This is before I even put the harness on or anything. This is during initial groundwork. So they learn to stand like this. They start, and then they, so pull them around. Go on. I teach all my horses that. What that kind of does is teaches them to think through a problem, not panic when they get in a situation. And then it also helps tremendously down the line when I start line driving, because they're used to moving their butts away from pressure. So ho, up, hop, hop, turn and face me, hop, hop. There you go. Ho, ho. Trying to do it with one hand is impossible. Ho, hey, come here, turn and face. Ho, stand still. He says, oh, I'm sorry. That's what you wanted me to do? I didn't know. So now we're going to do it on the other side. Ho, ho, you're okay. You're okay. You're okay. Oh, no. Oh, no. Come on. So again, I just slide, and then I stand for a minute. I don't immediately pull them around. So they learn to stand. And then a little pull. And he has to think it through, think it through, think it through, follow my hand, and all the way around. Good boy. And this is on his offside, you'll notice, where he did not want to lunge in the beginning. And turn and face me. Hop. Good boy. No. No. Here. Minion. Hop. Hop. Now I'm going to have to do that again because, ho, hey. So he learns that, but now if you let him get away with that, see, now you've taught him that it's okay to turn and run the other way or do whatever. So now I'm going to ask him to stop. Let's see. And whoop, and face me. Good boy. Good boy. That's what I wanted. See, now he's looking at me because see what I'm going to ask him to do next. I'm going to ask him to come to me. So come here, buddy. Come here. That's it. That's it. That would be the join up. Join up's a little tough for him because he's still wary of people. So I wish I had a round pen. If I could work him at liberty, that would help a lot with the learning trust and coming to me. You're a good pony. You're a good boy. Very smart. I know. We had a long day today. All done.